Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Cold front is officially here. It's supposed to be here for about 3-4 days. It's supposed to get down to about 30. I think it got down to about 37, 35 today. Got these animals just a little bit of grain this morning because when I woke up this morning, I took a look at these cattle. These cattle were all just laying in the barn, huddled together because it's cold. It's also very wet. So these animals, I got them a little bit of grain just to get them going. I got them on these I did go get these, what is it called? The Bloat guard blocks yesterday, and I put them on it. Within 24 hours, this Sweetlix Bloat guard stuff is extremely good. Within 24 hours, all of the bloat on my animals has disappeared. So these animals have 100% stopped bloating within 24 hours of giving them this Sweetlix block. They have completely stopped bloating. The bloating is completely gone, which I'm sure they feel good about too. I was like, man, this gas in their gut is probably taking up a lot of room in their gut too. So the bloating on these animals is completely gone. So Sweetlix Bloat guard blocks, very good product. It completely cured the bloat on my animals within 24 hours. Every single one of them. I have zero bloat on any of them. So I got them a little bit of grain this morning. These animals are about to go start their day, I suppose. Got a big old buddy here. It's just a little bit of grain. I got them, what is it? Maybe like 1.5 pounds per animal, just a little bit. I got them about 2 pounds per animal. It's about 2 pounds per animal, just to get them started. But these animals, they well, okay. I'm gonna be plowing here in about 3-4 days. We got about a 3/4 inch of rain last night. I will be plowing. I'm relatively positive that this is going to be our last cold front. So after this right here, we're going to go into a warm season, our warm season here in Central Texas. And so I'm going to, I will be officially start plowing. I'm going to plow. I'm gonna start plowing in about 3-4 days. I'm going to get everything plowed up, and then, well, okay, so. The big idea of plowing is that if I plow too early, then I leave that ground fallow, the weeds will take over it. So if I'm gonna plow, I need to be drilling seed relatively soon afterwards. And so Slowpoke had been loaded. Look at him now. It's windy out here. Slowpoke had been really severely loaded. That bloat is completely gone. That all happened within 24 hours. I put these animals this Sweetlix bloat guard. Very good product. So these in 3-4 days, I will be plowing fields. If I'm going to plow in 3-4 days, well, I'm anticipating that conditions will be good. He still needs to get neutered. He still needs to get castrated. She's in heat. I'm guessing she's in heat, and he keeps following her around, but he's too small. He can't jump up on her. She just pushes him away. And he's been trying to do this to her for the past 2 weeks or so, but it's too bad. Well, I got to get him fixed. I gotta get him neutered, get him castrated here pretty soon. He's getting about that weight where he's developed pretty well. He's ready to go. Yeah, but you see, he can't even get up on her, so she just pushes him away. So, yep. In about 3-4 days, these animals are going to be well. In 3-4 days, I'll start plowing this field, and then within a week or two. The time frame I'm looking for, a window of opportunity here. Hey, come on, leave her alone, man. Go eat some food. Hey, boo. The time frame I'm looking at to find my window of opportunity is going to be in about a week or two. Sometime in this next week or two, I'll be looking for proper conditions, for good conditions to be drilling Sudan grass. I'm going to time this plowing with this last cold front. So as this last cold front is getting is going through here, I'll be plowing fields. Then sometime early to middle of next month. More than likely in the early part of next month, I'll be looking for a window of opportunity to drill Sudan grass. These animals, well, I gotta see what I'm gonna do to feed these animals. These animals have been gaining weight. When I look at like the 1 year span on these animals, my animals here at this weight, they almost always gain 50 pounds a month. That's just what it almost always comes out to be. Like if I was gonna go my previous lot and then my previous lot before that, they gained 50 pounds a month at this weight. So if they're these small calves, they're 2.5 weight, 3.5 weight cattle, they're gonna gain about 50 pounds a month here. That's about what they gain. But as they get bigger, I'm going to look to push that gain up a bit as well. I'm going to look to push that up to about 60, maybe even 70 pounds a month as the warm season comes in. And so, well, okay, the long term 50 pounds a month, the long term means 600 pounds a year. So 2 years, that would be 1,200 pounds. If they had a birth weight of, let's say, 65 pounds, that's 1,265 pounds at the end of 2 years. If I push that up to 70, if I do 60, if I do 50 the first year, then 65, let's just say the second year, that comes in to be about that they're going to gain substantially more weight. They're going to be right at about that harvest weight by about 2 years old, maybe even a little younger, which is the perfect time frame. And I am going to be taking these animals to processing weight. I got a processor here 10 minutes away, so I see zero reason for me to. Well, I think that I just got to find a place to sell beef to. Right, that's the big thing. So I just got to find somewhere I'm going to sell this beef to, and I'm sure I can do it. People eat beef all the time. Yeah, they're going for the Sweetlix block. But y'all can see, they really like the Sweetlix block. They really like it. They're all licking up on it. They'll stand here. He trying, and she's trying to push him away now. But these animals, they really like this Sweetlix block. They really like this stuff, and this stuff is real good. It gets rid of the bloat on them. Within 24 hours, the bloat is completely gone on them. Slow poke licking on it right here. They all really like this stuff. 3 blocks cost about $100, and it 3 blocks is just about perfect for 25 to 30 animals. I'm going to be taking all these animals to processing weight. I'm going to keep them on schedule just for what I'm doing, and then just because like when I look at my animal, right, like this ain't a this animal, I wouldn't look at this animal and say this animal is like suffering from malnutrition. You see what I'm saying? Like when I look at my animals, they look completely fine. Like I wouldn't look at this guy and say, oh, this animal is skinny, or this animal is suffering from malnutrition. None of them look like they're suffering from malnutrition at all, and they haven't even grazed grass yet. But usually by this time in the morning, they've already been grazing for 2 hours, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so, the 1.5 to 2 pounds of grain that I gave them, it ain't enough to make them look real swollen. And so these animals are practically on an empty stomach. And I don't have any animals here that I'm like, these animals are suffering from malnutrition. Like when I just look at them, I wouldn't say like these animals are looking skinny, these animals are suffering from a poor diet. I wouldn't think that at all. This guy had, he started losing his hair. He had lice on him or something. But I got him ivermectin a few days ago to see if that helps clear it up. But you know, like these animals, I don't think, like I wouldn't look at this guy and say he's skinny or he's being fed too little. None of these animals look like they're being fed too little. They look just about right where they should be, is what I would think. And so I'm just gonna go with my belief system, and I'm just gonna stick to it because, well, I mean, it looks like it's doing just fine for me, right? I mean, there ain't anything really wrong with these cattle. Like he's got a few ribs showing, but he's always been like this. He's just kind of a bony animal, kind of a skeletal animal. He's the smallest of the red steers that I have. I got these red steers from one person, but he's always been the smallest. That's okay. But yep, these animals, they look like they're doing okay. Oh, I thought he had something going on, but he's okay. These animals, they doing okay. Yeah. Got him, he's just been following her around, and she's always just pushing him away. He's too small. I gotta get him castrated. He's just about at that time where he should be getting castrated. And these animals, they doing okay. So if I'm going to be plowing up these fields in 3-4 days, I'm gonna have to consider what am I gonna do. So my big thing right now is, well, okay, so this field over here, this field right here, if I'm going to be holding these animals to processing weight, my big plan is I'm going to leave this field of ryegrass for these animals I'm going to leave this field of ryegrass for the animals. I'm going to plow up my front field, and I'm going to plow up my neighbor's field. I'm going to plant Sudan grass on my front field and then on my neighbor's field, and then on this back field in May, when it's time to plant pearl millet, I'm going to plow this up to plant pearl millet. And so this back field over here, I'm going to plow it up in May. And the front field and my neighbor's field, I'm going to plow up in 3-4 days. So this back field will be what these cattle eat. The majority of what these cattle eat. I am going to supplement their diet because they also got a lot of grass from up front. They got to graze up front rotationally. I would rotate them in the back field with the front field so that the grass had time to grow back. And that's what these cattle were doing. So I'm probably gonna have to bring in some kind of a supplement to their diet. These animals, they look like they're doing good. They're not like huge or anything, but they look right where they should be. That's what I think. I think in terms of feed efficiency, in terms of just having some decent cattle, some good cattle, I think I'm right on the money. So, yep, this guy, his bloat's completely gone. I remember yesterday I was showing he was bloating, but it's completely gone. And that's all thanks to this Sweetlix bloat, this Bloat guard bloat. Very good stuff. So these animals, yep, I'm going to graze them on this ryegrass for a month longer. I'm going to leave this ryegrass on the field for them for a month longer. I'm going to plant that Sudan grass on my front field and then on my neighbor's field. And then I'm just keeping my fingers crossed here, and well, who knows what the weather's going to be like in 2 months. But if I could get one cutting of Sudan grass before I have to plow up this field, or get pretty close to getting one cutting of Sudan grass before I have to plow up this field to plant pearl millet, I could feed these animals that harvest this Sudan grass while this pearl millet grows in. Yeah, it's real windy out here right now. This cold front is coming through, and so, yep. Soon as this cold front is gone, it's going to be plowing time, and then pretty soon after that, it'll be a drilling time. Got to drill that seed soon, because if I leave that field fallow, the weeds will take over. So got a lot going on. Alright, but that's it for me today, YouTube. Y'all have a good one.